Hey y'all, Rick Sky here, back again from the Appalachian Ocean with another Insta360 X4 video. Now, the question I'm going to answer within this video is Insta360 better than GoPro and why? So, just to put it all out there, and you can subscribe to my channel, check out my thousands of GoPro videos. I've used GoPro since GoPro Hero 2, but unfortunately with GoPro Hero 9, and check out a separate video to hear my story there, subscribe and check out that video, but it turned me away from GoPro. So this video, this is the product of my personal experience with a heavy amount of GoPro camera use. Again, I use GoPro from GoPro Hero 2 all the way through GoPro Hero 9 Black. Check out my thousands of GoPro videos. But how does Insta360 compare to GoPro today? Today being the calendar year of 2024. Well, and admittedly this is my first Insta360 Insta360 camera, and this is the Insta360 X4. So why didn't I hop on the Insta360 bandwagon until now? Well, it's actually quite simple, and this is a personal reason. I've always filmed in cutting edge resolution. And a lot of people criticized me in the beginning when I started publishing to 4K, because it was when 4K television, smart TVs, whatever you want to call them, were still super expensive. And people were like, man, why are you publishing in 4K? You know, nobody can afford a TV to watch it. And that was a very accurate statement at that point in time. But what I was doing, I was filming my videos in 4K, publishing them in 4K to better future-proof those videos. So you can look back many years to when I first started publishing in 4K, and you can see those videos, you can watch those videos today, and the quality is still very good. Obviously not as clear as this. I'm filming this video with a Sony Alpha and a G Master. Expand this video's description and click the link there to find the equipment that I'm filming this face-on video portion with, but they still look good. The reason I didn't make the jump from GoPro to Insta360 until the X4 is that the X4 is the first Insta360 consumer level 360 camera that'll do 8K resolution. Now, why is 8K resolution important? Well, if you want to use Insta360 in its best way possible, and that's with the invisible selfie stick filming in 360 mode, if you film in 8K 30 frames per second, you're capturing in all directions in 8K 30 frames per second. Now the value add of that is that you've got one camera, but you're getting multiple camera angles that can be worked with within post-production, because you filmed it in 360 degrees, but since it was captured at 8K resolution, when you frame those shots in post-production to simulate a single camera instead of a 360 camera, you're getting true 4K quality, even though the video, the 360 video, how it was originally captured in 8K 360, well, 8K 30 frames per second, 360 degree, but when you reframe it, you can reframe it and still achieve that 4K resolution. So this is completely obsoleted GoPro, and the reason being is that if you're using this as a spherical camera and capturing an 8K 30, well, it's like having multiple cameras in your hand, and then you frame the shots. You could publish in a lesser resolution if you wanted to, but you can still reframe and publish in 4K, which is incredible. And that's why I just now hopped onto the Insta360 bandwagon, is because this is the first consumer level camera that Insta360 released that does 8K. So now this is completely obsoleted my GoPro. My GoPro was failed anyway. I had the first, check out my separate video to hear my GoPro 9 Hero Black story of failure. I had 2 of them fail. But even if I hadn't had my GoPro fail, actually if my GoPro hadn't failed, I may not have been as willing to pursue a different brand. But I'm glad that my GoPro camera failed, because it pushed me to a competitor. And not only did it push me to a competitor, which is Insta360, but it's made me realize that the Insta360 X4 that's here in my hands grossly trumps the performance of any GoPro in the market today. Now keep in mind what I just mentioned was the use case where I'm filming in 8K 30 frames per second, 360 degrees. But with this camera, what I can also do is what's called single lens mode, and I can do 4K 60 frames per second in single lens mode. So why would I ever need to use a GoPro again? I can use this like a single lens camera on this side, or I can do 360 mode, and both cameras are recording at the same time in 360 degrees. So it's a completely, it's so much more advanced, the technology. The battery life in this Insta360 X4 is phenomenal. Even though some of the more recent model GoPros, they had a little bit better battery life, my biggest complaint with the recent model GoPros is that they tend to crash a lot even with the firmware up to date, and especially in extremely cold weather, because I do a lot of backpacking in the Appalachian Mountains in temperatures at elevation that are often below 0 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know that's extreme temperature wise, but why couldn't the special GoPro battery that's allegedly able to handle cold weather not able to hold up? I mean, the only thing I could do is put those batteries in my sleeping bag when I went to sleep at night to keep them warm, and then when I was on the trail, if I took them out of my inner, because I wear multiple layers because it's so cold, it's below 0, but when I took those batteries out and I put them in my GoPro, you know, maybe I'd get a few minutes of recording, but often what would happen is that the batteries would become too cold and fail. And haven't had any issues with Insta360 X4 locking up. Now the Insta360 X4 that's in my hands now, at the time of filming this video, it's warm weather. So I'm excited to get this out in temperatures at elevation that are well below 0 degrees Fahrenheit and see how this battery holds up. The build quality of the Insta360 X4 is extremely premium. When you hold this in your hands, you know that you're holding a very well-made camera. The fact that Insta360 now includes, with this is just the base model, but they included these 2 lens protectors. So it gives me peace of mind. That was something in the past with the older Insta360s. You could do lens protectors, but they didn't screw on like these do. Oh, hiccups and all this pollen out here, man. But these, they just twist on. There's no adhesive or anything. The integrated audio, the integrated microphones, oh, it's going to get nasty here in a second. We're going to keep this review going as long as we can. The integrated microphone quality is exceptional. But you can get the adapter and connect an external microphone to this if you want to. But subscribe, check out my Insta360 videos playlist, and hear and see for yourself the quality. I mean, this thing is the complete package. The video quality, the microphone quality, the user interface. If you choose to use it in conjunction with your iPhone or Android smartphone app, you can do that to control it. Just a very highly intuitive premium experience. So is the Insta360 better than the GoPro today? Today being 2024 calendar year? Without a doubt. Would I ever use GoPro again? No. Even if I hadn't, well, if I hadn't had the extremely negative customer service experience with GoPro and the extremely negative product experience, again, I use GoPro since HERO2 Black. It wasn't until HERO9 Black that I had encountered my first failed camera, but I had 2 HERO9 Blacks fail, and the second one I never got a replacement. Watch my separate video to hear that. But even if I didn't hate GoPro now because of my experience with the HERO9 Black and their lack of customer service, would I still say that Insta360 is radically better? Yes, and I would say that with the X4 in mind, because again, the X4 does 8K 30 frames per second, 360 degree. So this is the first Insta360 consumer level camera that does the 8K, and that's super important. Expand this video's description and then click the links there. You can find the X4, the batteries, a selfie stick like I use, the tripod legs like I use, and a whole lot more. And be sure to subscribe and ring that bell and check out all of my Insta360 X4 videos. If you have any questions, comment below, and I'll try my best to post a video response to respond to your question or questions. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Irix Guy here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and when you do, ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.